I bet that was my boss's favorite fourth quarter of the season. That fourth quarter defensive effort probably made all of those historical Heat teams with Zoe, Timmy, PJ Brown, Marley, Bruce Bowen. They probably all would really appreciate that kind of game.
Long said versions of you have enough, and it's been on display so many times. But come into a game, no, you're not going to have Kyle. Then find out you're not going to have Tyler. Then lose Jimmy Lee, lost them. The game was getting away, or starting to a couple of times there. This is just the epitome of you have enough, and he's got. I mean, it's not a surprise that Caleb can do this, but
Yeah,
for that unit, they probably have to play a ton of minutes together to clamp down, like you said, defensively the way it did.
we're past all of that. These guys have earned the trust in these opportunities where they've proven themselves, to be able to really contribute to wins and tough wins, to this point. And clearly we were going to have to get this game in the mud. This is not a game that we were going to try to win, 130 to 128. We were really going to have to defend and make it tough. And Bam, PJ were just incredible. I have not even looked at the box score yet, to just even see what kind of defensive numbers. What's crazy about it? Like on my glasses, but that's like the epitome of PJ Tucker. Like that's the most incredible winning basketball, that he did in the second half. And his stat line to the average fan, it would not, at all indicate that. Bam was just tremendous. Caleb, his full court pressure, all game long, and then all those timely baskets, and he has a knack for the electrifying plays. But he's more than that. He's really become a disciplined defender, a system defender, and he knows how to fill in the gaps and put the ball in the basket, without, getting in the way of other guys. That's a skill in this league. Gabe was, tough as nails, as he always is. Had some really big, tough plays defensively down the stretch. It was just a great team win. He had a lot of adversity, but these guys are used to it. And we just found a way to get the job done.
Bam has been trying to find his rhythm here the first few games, but you touched on it. But in that fourth quarter, him taking control, not only defensively, but offensively, scoring those 8 straight points, I think 10 points in the quarter.
Yeah, Bam's brilliance is doing things all across the board. It's allowing us to be able to be more dynamic defensively, to have different coverages. He, at some point in this game, probably guarded literally everybody. Coop will probably go back and chart that. But I bet at least one possession he guarded everybody on their roster. And then facilitated for us, just really made some smart plays. Without Kyle and Jimmy and Tyler, we had to go generate offense in different ways. And Bam was able to get us into triggers with handoffs and in the post, directing the offense off the dribble, and then timely scores. One of his most important plays, I thought, was at the end of the clock. Really incredible poise. He was going on dribble handoffs, and it was a broken play. Max broke free. I would say probably 9 out of 10 players would have taken that shot. He looked at the clock and he saw Max open, and he just kicked it to him right to a wide open three. That's a really heady, smart IQ play. And I just love seeing him, so enthusiastic about being back, and competing and being with the guys.
We've seen this more than a few times now, but when you're either missing guys going into the game or you lose guys within the game, like the last game in Portland when Kyle went out, guys like Caleb, Max, Gabe, they all seem to get more aggressive offensively. They start taking shots they weren't taking when guys were available.
Yeah.
Is that innate? Like, is it built in?
Well,
the last 6 weeks have gone.
Okay. Yeah, and it's still coming within the context. So they're not like they just probably have more opportunities. But you take Gabe and Caleb, for example, they were both scorers. They have scorers mentalities that we've just pounded into them, to develop a role for them to be able to help us as, defenders and fill in the gap guys and play off of, other, main guys. And they've accepted and really worked at that role respectively. But they're getting, more opportunities, when you have guys out, but I don't get the feeling like they're going out of context, where they're just forcing things and trying to be the first option. It's still coming within the flow. PJ and Bam really help with that because they're facilitators, as well as, Bam, they both can score when needed, but they're just so willing, to run offense and look at second and third options. And that's an incredible luxury we have with this team, to have guys like Bam and PJ that are playmakers in the front court positions.
Seems like we always ask this after a Portland game, but can you take us through the Jimmy situation and the fact that a second official, not the original official,
don't get me started. I feel like I'm supposed to be the one that gets thrown out of a Portland Trailblazer game. And instead, eerily, it's happened about the same time in both games, right? I don't know. I disagreed with both of them. I thought they both should have gotten technicals. I didn't think either one of them should have gotten thrown out. But I get it. Like, everybody's just on edge right now. We're going through 2 years of this. Things are getting competitive. There's just a lot of emotions. I thought that was a pretty quick trigger coming from, somebody on the other side of the court. I thought it was diffused. I thought he had an explosion, a real emotion, and then Jimmy walked away. He walked away, and I really commend him, for that. And he has great emotional control, after, an outburst, and he handled it. You're allowed to have, one of those, but they obviously saw it a different way, and there's no point in trying to debate it. They'll fight you on that.
And I just want to get thoughts on Kyle Guy, obviously forced into the rotation, what he did and what he's done over.
Yeah, well, those are really important minutes. And again, I didn't see his stat line, but he's a competitor. He had some really disruptive plays defensively, was active, and it gives another, ball handler, attacker. He's far more than just like a shooter, on the weak side. He's a playmaker. He's aggressive, and another guy that can get in the paint and make some plays.
You came in, you talked about how much your boss will like that fourth quarter defensive number, but how much will he and you like this one? Chauncey, and to be clear, he meant this as a compliment, talked about how he could see the gas tank, emptying in the fourth quarter because of all the pressure, all the nagging, there's everything that you guys did to them the first three quarters. How much, is that, obviously it's part of the formula, but how much do you like hearing that?
Yeah, that's one of our kind of mantras, empty the tank. And our guys certainly did that. We knew that there wasn't a big margin for error. Guys were so competitive, in the second half, but even as they're knocking shots down, our pressure and activity was, after that first quarter, was starting to step up. But they have some skilled guys. Simons, for a young guy, is just improved exponentially, since last year when we played him here. And then obviously, McCollum can just create so many issues for you with his playmaking.
Gabe doesn't play. A few games ago, obviously he's getting to start the last couple of games with Kyle out, but is it just harder and harder to, I guess, not play Gabe Vincent? And is it just like a point now where he's going to have this nightly role?
Look, I've said this before, these are high class, challenges. We want to play for something special. You need depth, you need talent. And I think everybody in our locker room feels that we're extremely capable if we have to go deep into our roster. And that's the way it should be. Now, that's going to require some sacrifice, and our guys are emotionally stable to understand that. Doesn't mean there won't be, tough days, be some tough decisions. But you get nights like this. You get nights where guys are able to contribute and help you win, and that's the main thing.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
You.